Hello everyone. Today I'm going to tell you a very interesting and inspiring story. It's about a boy who was known for being lazy, but in the end, he surprised everyone. From this story, we'll learn that when someone has a strong reason to work hard, they can overcome laziness and achieve great things. So, let's begin. In a small village, there lived a boy named Furqan. He lived with his parents in a small house on the edge of the village. Furqan was very lazy. Every day he went to the fields with his father, but his only job was to chase the birds away so they wouldn't eat the rice crops. Most boys use sticks or slingshots to scare the birds, but Furqan didn't like running around too much. Instead, he came up with a clever idea. He put wooden poles in different parts of the field and tied ropes to them. Whenever the birds came, he would just pull the rope, scare them away, and lie back down to rest. His father was often worried and thought, if I ever get sick, who will do all the work? But since Furqan always got his job done, his father never scolded him. One summer, there was very little rain, and the crops needed more care than usual. Unfortunately, Furqan's father became very sick, and now Furqan had to take care of the entire field by himself. He tried, but he wasn't used to such hard work. After just a few weeks, the crops started to dry up, and Furqan couldn't save them. That night, Furqan sat under the stars feeling very sad and thought, I wish I had worked harder before. Now my family's hope is gone. The next morning, there was noise in the village. Furqan went to see what was happening. In the middle of the village, a soldier from the king's palace was announcing a big competition. The winner would get a chest filled with gold. Hope returned to Furqan's heart. This is my chance. I can save my family. He immediately signed up for the competition. The villagers laughed, saying, Lazy Furqan? How can he win against strong men from all over the kingdom? But Furqan didn't care. He traveled for 3 days and finally reached the palace. The competition began. All the participants were gathered near a large lake. The announcement was made. They had to cross the lake, and the first 3 people to finish would go to the next round. When the signal was given, everyone jumped into the water and started swimming. Furqan, however, stayed back and thought, I can't win by swimming. I need another way. He quickly ran to the nearby forest, collected branches, and made a small raft. Using a piece of wood as a paddle, he slowly crossed the lake. This is a lake crossing race, not just a swimming race, Furqan thought happily. Slowly but surely, he passed many tired swimmers and ended up finishing third, just enough to qualify for the next round. The next day was the final round. Each contestant was given a huge wooden block. The challenge was to push the block for 1 kilometer to the finish line. Behind them were different tools, but each person could only choose one. The first contestant picked a rope and started pulling his block. The second one took a lever to move his. Furqan didn't rush. He stood there, thinking carefully. I can't win with muscle power. I need to think smart. He chose a small knife. Everyone was surprised. How could a knife help move such a big block? But instead of pushing, Furqan started carving the block. He cut it into a round shape like a ball. Now, instead of dragging a heavy block, he simply rolled it down the road. Soon, he caught up with the other contestants and, using all his strength, rolled it past them and crossed the finish line first. The crowd cheered loudly. No one had expected the lazy boy to win. This story teaches us that sometimes lazy people can be very clever, but they need a strong reason to put in real effort. Furqan worked hard for his family and used his intelligence to win. So friends, if you ever feel lazy, find a big reason to work hard for your family, your dreams, or even to prove others wrong. A strong goal can motivate you to give your best.